Hello and welcome to Solent Journalism. I'm Bethany Lawrence and here is your news update at 3 p.m. Two new COVID-19 vaccines are due to emerge in the UK as we start to move out of lockdown. The Moderna and Novavax jabs will boost the next stage of the immunisation programme, with over 35 million people having received one dose of Pfizer or AstraZeneca already. The British government aims to have everyone vaccinated at least once by the end of July, but issues with the EU has caused an unanticipated delay in supplies. Meanwhile, there have been 61 new COVID cases around Hampshire in the last 24 hours, mainly in the Portsmouth and Southampton council areas, with the British death toll now passing 135,000. Public Health England revealed yesterday that COVID infection rates are at their highest between the ages of 10 to 19, which was expected after the reopening of schools. A Kill the Bill protest is due to happen at Southampton Guildhall from tomorrow after new legislation in relation to freedom of speech was passed by the government. Our correspondent Coratin Lagot spoke to Southampton residents about how they were feeling ahead of the protest.
There's a lot of injustice going on within the political system within the UK, with the police and with the way they're being governed and what they're being asked to do and how they're treating people. So I think we need to address them face to face and make them aware of our issues.
I'm going to be going to the protest on Friday because I feel that as a student there have been many injustices against us throughout the whole pandemic, and the pressure of the police on students, especially throughout this pandemic, just hasn't been ideal. It's something which needs to be addressed as well as other matters.
In national news now, a police watchdog has said that Metropolitan officers handled the Sarah Everard vigil appropriately. The force came under strong criticism after handcuffing and removing protesters from Clapham Common earlier this month. A report said there was little to no communication between the officers, which led to events getting out of hand on the grounds, and Home Officer Priti Patel has said the violence used towards officers was completely unacceptable. Funding for street lighting has dropped in Southampton over the last year, and after the prompt concern of female safety following the death of Sarah Everard, Southampton City Council want to reassure people that existing lighting will not be reduced. Southampton airport bosses have applied for a runway expansion, and the final board meeting happened last week. Our travel correspondent Millie Jenkinson has more.
Last Thursday and Friday, the Eastleigh Local Area Committee made the recommendation against the airport expansion, but the council will have the final say if it will go ahead or not. The airport wanted to expand the runway by 164 metres and 600 car parking spaces, but a lot of controversy has arisen around the air pollution and noise concern. Many groups have voiced their opinions against the expansion, like Dan Lakeland, a member of Greenpeace who is concerned for the environmental impacts of the airline industry.
For me, the biggest thing is that aircraft they're not carbon neutral, and we're meant to be going towards a carbon neutral country, and there's no real way of offsetting aircraft emissions.
Another group to speak out was Airport Expansion Opposition, or AXO. We spoke to Catherine Barber from the group about what will happen if it goes ahead.
So we're going to have more pollution from cars, we're going to have more pollution from aircraft, we're going to have the noise pollution as well from the planes. And it was just like, well, something has to be done, you know.
Operations Director of Southampton Airport, Steve Soleil, said that the extension is so vital for the airport.
Because of the loss of Flybe, we'll only go up to 300,000 or 400,000 passengers a year, whereas we used to have 2 million. And our break-even figure is 1.2 million. We are going to be a loss-making business unless we get the runway extension. It protects and it creates up to 2,500 jobs.
This is Millie Jenkinson for Solent Journalism.
And as the UK continues to roadmap its exit out of the coronavirus lockdown, pubs in Britain are awaiting their exciting reopening, which is due to happen on April 12th for outdoor service only. The rules follow that 6 people from different households will be able to meet in an outside environment from next Monday. That's all from us for now. You can find all our stories and more at solentjournalism.co.uk. Thank you for listening, and we'll be back next semester.